Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Leo, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. Leo, I hope that you're doing well. I'm going to be using two decks for your reading today. The overall energy from the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck, and a new deck to my channel, the Housewives Tarot, which I've had for a very long time, but I've never used it on the channel. So I'm going to pull the overall energy. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. For Leo, please. Thank you. You got the Hunter, number 9 of the major arcana, which is the Hermit energy, the Hunter. Did I get this for you once before, Leo? I'm not sure. Got it for somebody. The Hunter. Well, here we see this like beautiful black horse, like Black Beauty, right? This just elegance, this, oh, Spirit just said this machine. What? Like a Mustang? Like horsepower? Are you moving very quickly? Did you just buy a horse or a Mustang? That's very exciting. The number 9, though, referencing the Hermit card of the tarot, talks about being insular, being alone. I feel like the Leo is thinking about your next move. It's interesting because usually hunters have to be very strategic in how they pursue things. And it's all about the pursuit and the chase. But I almost feel as if for you, there's also a kind of quietness that is involved that you may not be accustomed to. I don't know that Leos are accustomed to having to be quiet, right? Because your personalities are larger than life. You're the leaders of the zodiac. You're the hearts and the leaders. So for you to be quiet, especially as this kind of force of nature, these are things it's like there's a tension in this. These things are pushing and pulling at one another energetically. There's also this sense of fragmentation with this light source kind of cascading out. It feels very fragmented. Are you having to piece things together? See how it's like the horse itself is very, very clearly defined. There's a lot of fine detail to it, but then the color here, it's very nebulous. It's like watercolor. It's very subtle. So there again is that tension between what is highly, highly defined and what is kind of freeform and subtle. There's tension here. I'm feeling tension. Okay, so 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier, past, present, future, and advice from Spirit. Two more. whole bunch of cards fell out, but only 2 flipped in the upright, so that's perfect. 8 cards on the table. The first 2 cards are your past energy. Queen of Swords in the reverse. Clarified by the 8 of Swords. So for a fire sign, you got a lot of air energy to start your reading. In the past, lots of thinking, lots of overthinking. Queen of Swords is usually attributed, for me, to Libra. It's an air sign. Swords are all about the thinking mind, the cerebral, the strategic, the learned. Mind over heart, for sure. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, all right, Spirit. They want to talk about that mind over heart. That's a push and pull. That's attention too. And that could have been difficult for you because you lead with your heart space. You lead from the heart, what you feel is right. And you put all of your energy behind that because you believe it through and through and through and through and through. Queen of Swords is somebody who seeks the truth. She'll stop at nothing to find it. What I like to say about the Queen of Swords is that she's so wise. It's the divine feminine, doesn't have to describe a woman. Divine feminine energy. She's so wise that she already knows what the truth is. She's just asking you if you know what it is. It's almost like, prove to me that you understand. Prove to me that you know. Because if you don't, I'm going to use my shears and chop this off. Deadheading the roses. A deadhead makes me think of the Grateful Dead, so you might be a Grateful Dead fan. When we deadhead roses, what does that mean? When the roses have lived past their prime and they start to wither on their stem, it might seem counterintuitive to cut that stem, but it's precisely by eliminating that excess that the roses will bloom better in the next year or even later in that season. So that's why people always prune roses, because the more they prune, the more and more abundant they'll be. That's what it means to deadhead roses. The Grateful Dead. Interesting. That could also be a reference to your ancestors and spirit guides. The Grateful Dead. That's so interesting. What does that mean? What does that mean, Spirit? In the past, this card is in reverse for you. When the card, the Queen of Swords, is in reverse, it kind of tells me there's a refusal to look at something. I think this refusal involves the 8 of Swords. A refusal to see, a refusal to acknowledge. Spirit wanted me to correct myself. A refusal. I just saw a school bus 17004, another school bus 14428. Those numbers may mean something to you. It's not just a refusal to look at something, but it's almost a refusal to acknowledge that something is bothering you. It's almost like you're brushing it off. No, I got this. Don't worry about me. I got this. Whereas on the inside, you're just like up in knots about it. You're just stressed out. The 8 of Swords is analysis paralysis. Why did people in the 50s love olives so much? I mean, I like olives, but like not to this level. Clarifying it is the Six of Wands. So interesting. Oh, the Six of Wands is a victory card. I asked for a clarifier. What are we so stressed out about? Are we stressed out, Leo, about our success? I'm seeing a very specific scenario, which is a successful Leo, which that part is not surprising. But when we exhibit, or no, when we possess a high level of success, then it becomes our responsibility to maintain it. And if you're somebody in the public eye, or if you just have a lot of nosy people in your life, they're going to be looking at your success, perhaps judging it, perhaps trying to see when there's something out of place, trying to find a kink in the system, a scratch on the surface, a place where you forgot to polish, where you forgot to clean. Lots of prying eyes here. Does that resonate with you? It feels right. And there might be this refusal to admit that it bothers you. Like, I worked so hard for something, and I worked so hard to grow these prize roses, and I don't need a naysayer to kind of crap on my parade. Even though, you're not going to like this, Leo, but even though what somebody might be saying might have some kernel of truth. What would that be, Spirit? I'm going to ask for a clarifier on that one. Eight of Cups in reverse. Eight of Cups is walking away energy, walking away from something that no longer serves us. Eight full cups. They're words on the side. I don't have my reading glasses on, but it says cup after cup. You enjoy better something. Your money back. Enjoy this first instant coffee to taste so satisfying. It's like almost like an ad. I was gonna say propaganda. It's an ad, it's a line, it's a slogan. What does that have to do with? You know how I read it at first? It's like, you better enjoy this cup of coffee. It was almost like you didn't have a choice. You didn't have a choice. When the card is in reverse, it always, to me, Eight of Cups in reverse speaks about like a homecoming or a returning back to something. Could be a returning back to the self. Somebody, I feel like there's some criticism here, Leo. And somebody questioned you. Somebody questioned your values or your personality, or like, you know, you've turned into somebody that I don't recognize anymore. Those kinds of conversations. Look, it depends on who's saying it to you, right? Like, if it's a stranger, who cares? What do they know anyway? But if it's a person that's really close to you, it might give you this reason to pause. This is all in the past energy, but I just feel as though it feels uncomfortable. I feel even uncomfortable saying it out loud to you. Just because I know a lot of Leos and none of them would like that. However, what's interesting is, in some of those Leos' lives, I've been that person. I've been the person that said to them, do you feel like maybe you've lost the plot a little bit? Do you feel like maybe you're sacrificing a little bit too much for this job, for this person? I've been that person. I've been the one saying it. Sometimes it was well received and sometimes it was not. But we just do our best, right? So that was your past energy. In the present energy, 3 of Pentacles in reverse, 3 of Wands in reverse, double 3. Double 3. That is a synchronicity. So take it as such. You might see 3-3. You might see 3-6-9 because you got the 9 in the hunter. Right? 6 here. I don't know why Spirit wanted me to say 3-6-9. 3-6-9 is that like kind of master combination. That's the Tesla combination, right? Nikola Tesla. So that's like divine numbers. 3 of Wands in the upright talks about waiting. 3 of Pentacles in the upright talks about collaboration. In this present energy, I feel as though you're kind of going solo a little bit. You're not waiting around for anybody and their false promises. That's what I just heard. They're false promises. Kind of doing everything yourself. This is like a kind of DIY energy here. Look, you see it? You got this card in reverse, but just look at the picture for a minute. Here you are DIYing your life, and you see these 3 people are judging. Massive judging. I mean, this could literally be a competition that you're in, but I think it's not that. They're judging, and you're releasing that. Like, I just don't care what you think. I'm just gonna do my own thing. Too many cards, Spirit. I just want one card, please. One card to clarify. Yeah, right? 8 of Wands. I'm out of here. 8 of Wands is fast action and fast communication. You're not... Thank you, Spirit. Also, remember this was the card of waiting, and it was in reverse. You're not waiting for... I was about to curse there. I'm not gonna curse on my channel. You're not waiting for anybody. See ya, don't wanna be ya. I'm out of here. I'm doing my own thing. I really could care less if you like it or don't like it. This is the energy that I'm getting from your present tense. I really could care less. I have so much on my plate right now that I am going after. It requires this pinpoint precision, and your commentary is no longer required. And I say that because Spirit just said at one point it was. At one point it was very important for you to be accepted. It was very important for you to have the approval of some such person. No longer. In the future potential, 2 Swords cards. Again, 4 of Swords, 7 of Swords, both in reverse. Lots of swords energy. Wait, let me see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swords cards in your reading. It's a lot. It's a lot of swords. It's a lot of thinking for a fire sign. Not to say that fire signs don't think, but fire signs act. There's a lot of, Spirit just said misgivings. Misgivings. Why are there misgivings? 4 of Swords in the upright talks about rest and recuperation, and the 7 of Swords talks about strategic planning. Thank you, Spirit. These 2 cards came out in the reverse for you. You've rested long enough. You've planned long enough. You're stepping out of that thinking space. I think you're going into the doing. Let me get a clarifier. You might have been resting a little bit, I think, because you're gearing up for the next phase. You're gearing up for the next hunt. Yeah, see? You're the 4th reading I've done today. You're the only one that got the Empress. The Empress is usually number 3 in the Major Arcana. For some reason, it's number 2 in this deck. I don't know why. The Empress, the power of all 4 queens, the ultimate divine feminine, the master attractor, somebody who knows who they are. Literally, the sign says recipes for success. You teaching the master class recipes for success. I love this energy for you. I love it. Right? You're not gonna be overanalyzing anymore. The time is now to just like take in all the benefit of all of this planning and all of this strategizing and the movement, because there has been movement. In your future potential, you're just gonna, Spirit is just gonna bring it all towards you. You're gonna say, thank you, I accept. Beautiful energy. The Empress is my favorite card in any tarot deck. So when she shows up in the upright, it's like, oh, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Spirit, so grateful. Right? Showing gratitude. Thank you, Spirit, so grateful. Right? Going after something and getting it. Getting it. Now, interesting though, advice from Spirit. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the 2 of Swords. The thing that Spirit is bringing to my attention, well, this is, what do they call this, a roulette table? It's interesting. Look at the number she's holding up for her, from her fingers. Number 3. Usually the Empress is number 3. It's bizarre, because this is the number 10 card. Wheel of Fortune talks about divine timing and good luck. It's in reverse. This is advice from Spirit. 2 of Swords talks about deliberation and kind of being stagnant. Spirit kind of wants me to tell you that while this is in your future energy, the feeling that you feel right now is, it may be impatience, maybe like you're stuck. Don't turn a blind eye, because this is now 2 cards blindfolded here, and this card, Queen of Swords in the reverse, I said is like turning a blind eye. Have your eyes fully open. See things as they are, not how you want them to be. It's different though from manifestation. Manifestation, we see things in our mind. We have what we can see in our mind, we can have in our hand, right? That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what is being shown to you very clearly. Can you change your own scenario and your own situation? Absolutely. But we got to know what we're working with, right? If we're all in the matrix, We're trying to make things work for us. We have to know the rules to break the rules. And that's kind of what Spirit is saying right now. You gotta see things as they are first before you can start to manipulate and manifest and attract. So when you can see things clearly, it's like lift the blindfold off, look at it very clearly, then that Wheel of Fortune will flip in your favor. It's going to happen regardless, because I see this Empress card here. It's just a matter of when. So let's read number 9, the Hunter. Seeker, pursuer, predator. The hunter hunts. They are on a precise mission with an aim. To return home empty-handed would be to fail, which is not an option in the hunter's eye. This archetype will journey far and wide, seeking the prize that calls to its heart or stomach. Tales of bravery and feats of strength often result, creating a life full of adventure. The hunter is skillful, quick, decisive, and results-oriented. Like the great hunting goddess Artemis, who carries her quiver upon her back, the hunter typically has a weapon of choice. When this card appears, it is critical that you ask, it is critical that you ask 3 questions. What am I hunting? Why am I hunting it? Is the weapon I hold so tightly in my grip truly needed for the task at hand? That was a turn I was not expecting. What am I hunting? Why am I hunting it? Is the tool that I have in my grip truly needed for the task at hand? That's your reading, Leo. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Leo.